If you think you know everything, then you don't. This is just the beginning. This world doesn't care about your exhaustion, your tears, or your pathetic pleas for a break. It only respects power. Real, undeniable power that you forge with your own 2 hands, dripping with sweat and blood. Remember those days when you were weak, when you were nothing more than prey, waiting to be devoured, when every shadow held a monster, and every step was a gamble with your life. I remember. I remember the fear that clawed at my throat, the helplessness that choked me. That's the starting point for everyone who wants to be more. It's the abyss you must stare into, and then you must climb out, hand over hand, with no safety net, no helping hand. People talk about talent. They talk about destiny. They whisper about gifts bestowed by birth. Bullshit. All of it. Talent is a word for those who are too lazy to put in the work. Destiny is a story people tell themselves to make their failures seem inevitable, to absolve themselves of responsibility. There is no destiny. There is only what you make, what you take, what you earn. This path you're on, it's not for the faint of heart. It's a lonely road, paved with sacrifices you can't even comprehend yet. You'll lose people. You'll push them away. You'll have to make choices that will stain your soul. That's the price of admission. You want to be strong. You want to be able to protect what little you have. Then you have to be willing to pay. Every single day. Look at me. Do you think I woke up like this? Do you think these abilities, this strength, just appeared out of nowhere? It was built, brick by agonizing brick. Every training session pushed past the point of breaking. Every wound that refused to heal properly. Every moment of doubt that I crushed under the weight of sheer will. That's how it's done. You don't wait for an opportunity. You create it. You don't wait for the monster to show itself. You go looking for it. You hunt it. The world will try to break you. It will throw everything it has at you. It will test your limits, your resolve, your sanity. And when you think you can't take another step, when your body screams for mercy, that's when you push harder. That's when you find that extra gear, that reserves of strength you didn't even know you possessed. Because the difference between the strong and the weak isn't about avoiding pain. It's about how you react to it. It's about what you do with it. You think you're special? You think you're the only one suffering? Everyone suffers. Everyone faces their own demons. The difference is that some people crumble. They give up. They let the darkness consume them. And then there are others, like you, like me, who look that darkness in the eye and say, "Not today." Who take that pain and twist it into a weapon. Who use their struggles as fuel. This desire you have, this hunger for something more. Don't let anyone tell you it's wrong. Don't let them tell you to be content, to be satisfied. That's the language of the weak, the language of those who have already surrendered. You have a fire inside you, a burning ambition. Nurture it, feed it, let it consume you. Let it drive you to do things you never thought possible. There will be times when you question everything, when you wonder if it's all worth it, when the loneliness becomes a crushing weight. Those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments when you have to dig deeper than you ever have before. You have to remind yourself why you started. You have to remember the fear. You have to remember the weakness. And you have to say, never again. This isn't a fairy tale. There are no happy endings for everyone. There are only survivors, There are only those who become strong enough to carve out their own peace, and that peace is earned. It's not given. It's a reward for the relentless grind, for the endless struggle, for the unwavering commitment to becoming more than you were yesterday. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop waiting for someone to save you. You are your own savior. You are your own greatest weapon and your own greatest enemy. The only one who can truly hold you back is yourself. So, stop making excuses. Stop dwelling on your failures. Learn from them, grow from them, and then move forward. Always forward. The path ahead is dark. It's treacherous, and it will demand everything from you. But if you are willing to pay the price, if you are willing to embrace the hardship, if you are willing to become the monster you fear, then you might just survive. You might just become strong. And in this world, that's the only thing that truly matters. Don't let anyone else dictate your worth. Don't let anyone else define your limits. Your strength comes from within. It's forged in the fires of your own resolve. It's honed by the challenges you overcome. So, embrace the grind. Embrace the pain. Embrace the darkness. Because it is in those very things that you will find your true power. You see those who are content, those who settle for mediocrity. They are already defeated. They have already lost the war before it even began. You are different. You have seen the abyss. You have felt the sting of weakness, and you have sworn never to return. That is the difference. That is your advantage. This journey is not about reaching a destination. It's about the transformation. It's about becoming someone who can stand against the tide. Someone who can face down their fears and emerge victorious. It's about building a self that is unbreakable, a self that is capable of anything. Think about what you want, truly want. Is it safety? Is it comfort? Or is it the power to shape your own reality, to stand tall in the face of any threat? If it's the latter, then you know what you have to do. There are no easy answers. There are only hard choices, and the willingness to make them. The whispers of doubt will always be there. The echoes of past failures will try to pull you down. Ignore them. They are the ghosts of your former self, trying to keep you tethered to your weakness. You are no longer that person. You are something more, something stronger. Every drop of sweat, every tear, every ache in your bones, it's all contributing to something greater. It's the foundation of your strength. It's the price of your power. Don't waste it. Don't let it be for nothing. Use it. Channel it. Transform it into an unstoppable force. When you're alone, in the dark, and you feel like giving up, remember this: you are not alone in your struggle. Every warrior, every champion, every legend, they all walked this path before you. They all faced the same demons, and they all found a way to overcome them. You can too. Don't be afraid of the fight. Don't shy away from the conflict. That's where you learn. That's where you grow. The true test of your strength isn't in victory. It's in your ability to rise after defeat, to get back up, even when every fiber of your being tells you to stay down. This isn't about being the best. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about constantly pushing your own boundaries. It's about never being satisfied with your current level of power. Complacency is the enemy of progress. Never forget that. You want to be remembered. You want to make a difference. Then you have to be willing to bleed for it. You have to be willing to sacrifice for it. Anything less is just a dream. And dreams don't change the world. Strength does. So train harder, push further, endure more. Because the world you want to live in, the world where you are safe, the world where you are respected, it doesn't exist yet. You have to build it. And you build it with your own power, with your own relentless will. Don't look for validation from others. Their opinions are meaningless. Your worth is determined by your own actions, by your own strength. Focus on what you can control, and that is your own growth, your own dedication. This is not a sprint. It's a marathon, a brutal, unforgiving marathon. And the finish line is always just out of reach. But that's the point. The pursuit itself is what makes you strong. The constant striving, the never-ending effort. That's the essence of power. Embrace the grind. Let it shape you. Let it forge you into something magnificent. Because on the other side of this struggle, on the other side of this pain, lies the strength you've always craved. And it will be all yours, earned, every single bit of it. So get up, wipe the sweat from your eyes, take a deep breath, and get back to work. The world won't wait, and neither should you. Your time is now. Make it count, or don't. The choice, as always, is yours. But know this, the weak will always be forgotten. The strong, however, will be remembered forever. Look at me. No, don't look away. You don't get to hide in comfort right now. You're here because something inside you knows you're wasting time, wasting potential, wasting days that will never come back. The world isn't against you. It doesn't care enough to be. That's the first truth you need to swallow. No sympathy, no applause. No one is coming to drag you out of mediocrity. If that hurts, good. Pain means you're still awake. You want results, but you still negotiate with your weakness. You still ask yourself, how much effort is enough? That question alone tells me everything. Enough is a word invented by people who quit early and then build philosophies around their failure. You don't need balance. You don't need motivation. You need obedience to your own standards. And right now, your standards are soft. Lock in. Not tomorrow. Not when conditions improve. Conditions never improve. You adapt or you get erased. Every second you hesitate, someone else is taking ground you'll never reclaim. The world rewards those who move first and think later, because action sharpens instinct. Sitting there overthinking isn't intelligence. It's fear wearing a disguise. Discipline isn't heroic. It's ugly. It's repetitive. It's lonely. And that's why most people don't have it. They want the image of power without the isolation it demands. They want respect without becoming someone worthy of it. Let me be clear. Nobody respects potential. Potential is just unused power, and unused power is worthless. You keep waiting to feel ready. That feeling is a lie. Readiness comes after action, not before it. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your habits. And your habits right now? They expose you. Late nights with no progress, empty scrolling, empty talk, empty plans. You say you're tired, but tired from what? Comfort exhausts you more than effort ever will. This world doesn't reward effort. It rewards results. You don't get points for trying, you get replaced. Every system you're part of, work, society, hierarchy, functions on utility. If you're not useful, you're invisible. And if you're invisible long enough, you start believing your life doesn't matter. That's not depression. That's reality giving you feedback. Isolation is not punishment. It's preparation. When you grind alone, you remove distractions, excuses, and witnesses. You stop performing and start building. No one needs to see you struggle. No one needs to understand you. The strongest moves are made in silence, because noise attracts parasites. Stay quiet. Let results speak in a language nobody can argue with. You think being alone makes you weak? No. Depending on validation makes you weak. The moment you stop asking for permission to be obsessed, you step into a different tier. Obsession isn't madness, it's clarity. It's knowing exactly what matters and burning everything else without remorse. This is where most of you fail. You want intensity without sacrifice. You want dominance without discipline. You want the crown without carrying the weight it crushes weak spines with. Power is heavy. If you're not strong enough, it will break you. That's why only a few are allowed to touch it. You say you want to grind, but you still protect your comfort like it's sacred. Comfort is the enemy wearing a familiar face. It whispers, "You deserve rest," when you've done nothing. It tells you, "Tomorrow is fine," knowing tomorrow is a myth. Kill that voice. Starve it. It only exists if you feed it. Harsh reality check. Nobody cares how hard your life was. Trauma doesn't make you special. Struggle doesn't make you chosen. What you do after suffering, that's the only thing that counts. Pain is common. Discipline is rare. That's the difference between the forgotten and the feared. You're not unlucky. You're undisciplined. You're not behind. You're unfocused. You don't lack time. You lack priorities. The moment you accept that, you regain control. Responsibility is power. The second you stop blaming the world stops controlling you. Lock in means you don't explain yourself anymore. You don't announce your plans. You don't seek approval. You move with intent, train with violence, and think with precision. Every day becomes a test, and you either pass or you adjust. No emotions, no drama, just execution. There will be days you hate the process. Good. That's the cost of becoming someone you've never been. You think the elite enjoy every moment? No. They endure what others avoid. They do the boring work, the painful work, the thankless work. And over time, that work compounds into authority. You want confidence? Earn it. Confidence without proof is arrogance, and not the useful kind. Real confidence comes from knowing you've survived hell you never talk about. It comes from looking in the mirror and knowing you didn't quit when it mattered. That kind of confidence doesn't need to speak. It radiates. Stop romanticizing struggle and start weaponizing it. Every failure is data. Every loss is information. Adapt faster. Move smarter. Become colder. Not cruel, controlled. Emotional people are predictable. Predictable people are easy to manipulate. Stay sharp. Stay unreadable. You don't need friends who understand you. You need standards that scare you. You need goals that make sleep feel optional. You need pressure. Diamonds don't form in comfort. And if you crack under pressure, you were never meant to shine. You were meant to shatter and be replaced. This path will cost you relationships. Let them go. Anyone who requires you to shrink so they can feel comfortable was never on your side. Lone wolves don't ask for permission. They don't explain why they're different. They just move, and the world adjusts around them. Grind alone, train in silence, build in the dark. When you finally step into the light, don't say a word. Let the shift in your presence answer every question they never asked. Let your results make them uncomfortable. Let your discipline expose their excuses. This isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about becoming dangerous to your old self. That weaker version of you should be scared. That's how you know you're evolving. If your past self recognizes you and feels comfortable, you're not moving fast enough. Lock in. No mercy for your excuses. No patience for your laziness. No sympathy for your fear. You either adapt to this world's cruelty and rise above it, or you get consumed by it and forgotten. Those are the only options. Choose, and then commit like your life depends on it. Because it does. Stay silent, stay relentless, and don't look back. You're still here. That already separates you from most. Not because you're special, but because quitting would have been easier. And easy paths attract weak minds. Now understand this clearly. There is no return point anymore. The moment you lock in, half commitment becomes betrayal. You don't get to flirt with discipline, you marry it. And marriage means sacrifice, daily, without applause. You don't need encouragement now. You need reinforcement. Because after the initial fire fades, all that's left is routine, and routine exposes who you really are. Anyone can be intense for a week. Anyone can feel unstoppable after a speech. But who are you when nothing is exciting? When progress is invisible? When effort feels pointless? That's where power is decided. This phase isn't cinematic. It's mechanical. You wake up, execute, repeat. No emotions, no hype, no self-talk. You move because movement is required. Motivation is irrelevant. Feelings don't dictate action. Standards do. If you're still waiting to feel like it, you're not locked in. You're just pretending. Let me tell you something brutal. Talent means nothing once the grind begins. Talent is a head start, not a guarantee. Discipline beats talent so often it's embarrassing. Raw ability collapses under pressure when it's never been forged in repetition. That's why naturally gifted people disappear while relentless ones dominate. The grind exposes frauds. You will reach a point where progress slows to a crawl, where results don't match effort, where it feels unfair. Good. That's the barrier most never cross. That's where the world filters out tourists from conquerors. If you stay consistent there, when nothing rewards you, you step into a different class entirely. You're going to lose parts of yourself. Your softness, your need to be liked, your tolerance for nonsense. Let them die. Weak traits don't evolve, they get shed. Growth isn't addition, it's subtraction. You become sharper by cutting away everything that doesn't serve your mission. Stop explaining your grind to people who don't grind. They'll never understand, and worse, they'll try to slow you down. Misery loves company, and average people hate reminders of what discipline looks like. Move quietly. Let them underestimate you. Being underestimated is leverage. You don't need external pressure anymore. You become the pressure. You wake up demanding more from yourself than anyone else ever could. No one can punish you harder than you punish yourself for slipping. That internal standard, that's real authority. When you can't escape accountability, even alone, you're dangerous. Sleep when it's earned. Rest when it's strategic. Comfort when it's deserved. Everything else is indulgence. You don't reward weakness. You correct it. You don't negotiate with bad habits. You eliminate them. Ruthlessly. Without ceremony. Understand this. The world is hierarchical, whether you like it or not. Someone always leads. Someone always follows. Neutral doesn't exist. If you're not climbing, you're declining. Standing still is a lie people tell themselves to feel safe while falling behind. You're not doing this to impress anyone. You're doing this to build leverage over your own life. Power isn't dominance over others, it's control over yourself. The ability to decide, execute, and endure without permission. Most people never experience that. They live reactive lives, responding instead of commanding. Isolation will deepen now. Fewer conversations, fewer distractions, fewer emotional attachments. That's not loss, that's focus. Loneliness is temporary. Regret lasts forever. Choose your pain wisely. There will be moments when the old you resurfaces. Nostalgia, doubt, the urge to slow down. Kill it immediately. The past version of you had its chance, and it failed. You don't owe it comfort. You owe the future version of you results. You're not becoming heartless. You're becoming precise. You're not losing humanity. You're shedding weakness. Compassion without strength is useless. Strength without control is chaos. You're forging both, whether it hurts or not. At some point, people will notice. Not because you announce it, but because your presence shifts. Your silence gets heavier. Your actions louder. They'll call it arrogance. Let them. That word is often used by people threatened by standards they can't meet. Never forget, the grind doesn't end. There is no final level where you relax forever. Power must be maintained or it decays. The moment you believe you've made it, you've already started falling. Stay hungry. Stay paranoid. Stay disciplined. You don't celebrate prematurely. You don't slow down after wins. Victories are checkpoints, not destinations. Acknowledge them briefly, then raise the standard again. Comfort after success is how empires collapse. This path will harden you. That's the point. Soft people break under reality. Hardened ones bend it. The world doesn't adapt to your feelings. You adapt to its brutality, or get crushed beneath it. Lock in deeper now. Fewer words, sharper focus, cleaner execution. Let days blur together in effort. Let weeks stack into momentum. Let months transform you into someone unrecognizable. And when you finally stand above where you started, don't look down with pride. Look forward with hunger. Because this isn't about reaching a peak. It's about becoming someone who keeps climbing when everyone else stops. No mercy for excuses, no tolerance for weakness, no retreat, only forward.
If you're thinking about giving up, stop, right now. That thought alone is your enemy. You think pain is your limit, but it's not. It's your signal. Pain means you're close. Close to growth. Close to power, close to crossing the line most people are too afraid to approach. Every time you endure what others can't, you step into territory most people will never reach. That's not just progress. That's conquest. And conquest is not achieved by the comfortable. It's earned by those who refuse to kneel to pain. Weakness screams the loudest right before it breaks. So don't step back when it hurts. Lean into it. Break through. You don't need sympathy. You don't need someone to pat your back and tell you it's okay to stay where you are. What you need is to wake up. Life doesn't care how tired you are. The world won't stop moving just because you're on your knees. And power only listens to those who refuse to back down. So if you're waiting for permission to keep going, hear it from me. Stand up, you are not made to crawl. There is no evolution without resistance. No power without pressure. You want strength? Then embrace the grind that would make others shatter. Stand tall, not because it's easy, but because it proves you're the only one who can. This world isn't interested in intentions. It only respects action. You either carve your path through the storm or get buried beneath it. There's no in between. The ones who rise are not the ones who want more. They're the ones who refuse to accept less. So, stop waiting for the right time. There is no right time. The longer you wait, the deeper the storm grows. Step into it. Burn through the wind, the doubt, the fear. Because only those who walk through hell unshaken get to rule on the other side. Every time you hesitate, you give your weakness a voice. Every time you doubt yourself, you strengthen your chains. The enemy isn't out there. It's in here. Your hesitation, your doubt, your excuses. They are the chains. And every time you say maybe later, they tighten. You want freedom, then shatter the voice that whispers give up. Giving up doesn't end the pain. It hands it control. What you're running from will still be there. So you have a choice. Face it and shatter it, or let it define you. And remember, hesitation is betrayal. Every second you stall, your will rots. Move, act, decide. In war, indecision is death, and this, right now, is war. Not against the world, against your limits. People love to talk about destiny, about fate, but those are just labels for what cowards fear to challenge. I don't wait for destiny. I make it choke on my presence. If you want the world to remember your name, you don't ask permission. You take it. You weren't made to be background noise in someone else's story. You are the main force, the pressure, the storm. So stop playing small. If your presence doesn't demand attention, amplify it until it does. But don't lie to yourself. There is no honor in surrender. There is no peace in giving in. There is only silence. And you were not born for silence. You were born to command it. If you're still waiting for someone to unlock your potential, understand this. No one holds your key. The cage was never locked. The chains were never real. You've been powerful from the start. You just needed to stop asking and start acting. Look around. How many dreams died because someone chose comfort over chaos? How many warriors never awakened because they let the world convince them they were average? That's not your story. Not if you decide otherwise right now. The truth is harsh. No one will remember those who almost did it. The world bows to results, not intentions. And right now, the only thing separating you from domination is the choice to keep pushing until it's done. This moment is the border between who you were and who you choose to become. And no one will carry you across it. Step forward, one foot drenched in fire, the other in fury. That's how legends walk. I've seen what happens to those who choose comfort over challenge. They disappear, forgotten. Shadows of what they could have been. Survival isn't enough, not for you. You weren't built to barely make it. You were built to dominate. You are not allowed to be average, not anymore. The second you realize what you're capable of, that option disappeared. So stop pretending you don't know what's inside you. Unleash it. Domination doesn't come from waiting. It comes from standing when your legs are shaking, from swinging even when the blade feels heavy. But those who endure are the ones who grit their teeth and push forward even when everything screams at them to quit. They rewrite their fate, not with luck, not with talent, but with willpower sharpened to a blade. There's no such thing as luck when you outwork everyone. Power doesn't come to the deserving. It comes to the relentless. And you need to become relentless. Bite down, stand tall, and move forward like nothing can stop you. Because nothing can. Do not look for shortcuts. Do not pray for easy. Pray for endurance and then earn everything. The more pain you collect, the more unstoppable you become. Let your scars be your armor. And you, right now, you are standing at the edge of that decision. Do you fold or do you rise? Everyone has that moment, the moment where giving up feels justified, even logical. That's the trap, the illusion. But the ones who tear through that moment, they become something else. They become monsters, but not the kind you fear, the kind you become when fear no longer rules you. That's your next form. Not a better version of yourself, a deadlier one. Something people fear, something the world cannot ignore. Because I'll tell you this, No one is coming to save you. Not me, not anyone. Even if you scream, even if you cry, no one's gonna pull you from the ground. That's your job. You get one life, one chance to rise. If you're waiting for a miracle, look in the mirror. You are the miracle. You are the weapon. Use yourself. Let this be the day you stop being reactive. Stop waiting. Stop absorbing hits. Start hitting back. You don't need approval. You don't need time. All you need is decision. Decide to be unstoppable and follow through like it's law. When nothing is left, you remain. That's the truth. And the world will try to bury you under distractions, lies, fake limits. But your will, sharpened and awakened, is your last unbreakable edge. The world will not kneel for you. You either rise and make it recognize your strength, or you become just another name it buries. The world doesn't owe you recognition. You earn it. You crush your limits until they can no longer contain you. You forge yourself in silence. And when the time comes, you let the noise of your success speak so loudly that even the stars turn to listen. When they underestimate you, let them. When they doubt you, stay silent. Not because you're weak, but because you know your response is coming. Not in words, in impact, in shock, in results so undeniable, they'll regret ever looking away. Greatness is not loud at the start. It builds in the dark, in solitude, in the silence, where only your heartbeat reminds you you're alive. Keep striking, keep growing. One day the silence will erupt with your name, because when real power speaks, even silence obeys. Don't just aim to be great, be undeniable, be the force that shakes others out of their sleep. You don't just wake up, you awaken worlds. You do not have the option to give up. Erase that thought. Burn the word quit from your vocabulary. Destroy it. Replace it with adapt, endure, overcome. Every setback you survive increases your capacity to dominate. The ones who can't see that, they remain spectators. You're not one of them. You were chosen not by luck, not by fate, but by your refusal to collapse. That choice, that mindset, that roar inside you, that's royalty, that's command, that's what separates you from the crowd. Most people chase power to feel important. You don't need to chase, you become it, slowly, brutally, purposefully, until one day they stop comparing themselves to you, because they know they never stood a chance. There is no scenario where quitting leads to the life you want. The version of you that wins is already inside. It's not some distant goal. It's the part of you that doesn't flinch, doesn't beg, doesn't settle. But it only shows itself when you refuse to break. That's when your real strength answers. Because strength doesn't just protect, it conquers. And conquering doesn't mean surviving the storm. It means becoming it. Let your power be the downpour. Let your presence be the thunder. And there is no version of your story where you give up and win. So if you want power, if you want meaning, if you want freedom, then fight for it. This isn't about motivation anymore. This is about domination. Not just surviving another day, but turning every day into a battlefield you win, until your name becomes synonymous with force, with fear, with inevitability. Because when they see you coming, they should already know it's over. Not because of arrogance, because of certainty. The certainty that you've walked through everything and refused to fall. So burn the past, shatter the limits, silence everything soft and scared inside you. You don't go back. You don't slow down. From this moment on, there is only one command: rise. And if the world isn't ready for that, then the world will learn to kneel.